I will begin. So, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you very much for joining us again. So I thought maybe today I'll speak about what we've seen over the last week. So when you get attached to things which are external, like a football team, right? Or you get attached to a prominent president or want to be a president, or you get attached to a particular party and they don't win, it has an impact. And the impact isn't just on the people who've attached themselves to these external things, but the impact is also, I mean, I was shocked to hear that domestic violence during football games like these go up by 40%. Just shocked that individuals, when something like this happens, when their team loses, or that it has an impact on them, anger, whatever it is, which then has an impact on other people. And in life, you will realize no matter what you attach to externally, it doesn't matter what it is, it will always bring you joy as much as it brings you suffering, right? And whatever brings you suffering um, impacts your health at many different levels. Yeah, it always begins. So in the Western world, there's a way of looking at emotions. And in the Eastern world, there's a way of looking at emotions. So in the Western world, they're saying all emotions are good, provided they're moderate. Yeah? So you can be angry, provided it's moderate. Don't get into road rage or anything like that, but you can swear or do what those kind of things. In the East, the idea is a little bit different. What they say is that look, there are two types of emotions. Emotions that maintain internal balance and emotions that disturb internal balance. That's all there is to it. So if you're sitting here and you're getting well agitated, that's not good for you. If you're sitting here and there's a level of peace, that's good for you. So emotions are not seen as all emotions are good. No. Emotions impact us, which impacts the biology, which impacts your health, right? So I'm just looking at it from that perspective. So we begin to recognize, so through meditation, you will begin to learn what your attachments are to, right? Sooner or later, the mind just keeps going into one place, one place, one place. You will find that where your attachment is. Your attachment maybe today to work, tomorrow maybe to your mobile phone. But we begin to see this. And the reason this is important is whatever you're attached to will determine not just your health while you're alive, but it will also determine the process of your transition from one life to another. Yeah. So if you're attached to your home and all of it is being extracted from you, you're on the way out, you may wish not to leave your home, which makes your transition difficult. So when Buddha or all any of these guys speak about attachment, they're not talking to you or telling you don't love, don't care. What they're saying to you is don't be possessed by them. Don't be possessed by them. And there's a great story that illustrates that. It is said a master and a student were walking, and they came across a man who had a donkey tied to a rope. So the master asked the student, who owns whom? Does the donkey own the man who's holding the rope, or does the man holding the rope own the donkey? And the student says, well, it's obvious. It's the guy holding the rope. He said, okay. Goes to the man holding the rope, takes the rope and whacks the donkey. And the donkey runs off. And the man who had the rope runs after the donkey. He says, see, he's possessed by the donkey. It's not that the donkey belongs to him. He belongs to the donkey. So be cautious what we get attached to. The only thing you should be attached to is your breath and your health, your inner health. That's where it is. That's your self regulation. That's a key. Recognize where, so meditation. Through meditation, you begin to recognize a few things. One, what your mind tends to be doing, or that mental stuff. The other stuff that you begin to recognize is what's happening within your body. Yeah. So every time you do a body scan, every time you do any of that stuff, you will realize something. Oh, maybe I've got a pain here. Or when other things happen, like energetic stuff. So, for example, there is a phenomenon known as the rising Kundalini. And the understanding is this: you see, the body isn't just this physical body. There are at least, well, we can break it down in different ways, but for our purposes, there is a energetic body within us. It has 72,000 different channels. It's known in people who do acupuncture or yoga or Ayurveda, those kind of things. They know this inner body. This inner body, when we get stressed or when we get um, any kind of impact on the mind, this inner body becomes stressed. It's like it gets blockages, but it also gets stressed, meaning that it becomes tense. Right? That tension doesn't go anywhere. That tension doesn't go anywhere. It creates these blockages, which then impair the way you function. It impairs the way you think. It impairs the way you interact. But more importantly, this energetic body also has another component which rests at the bottom of your spine, and it has 3.5 turns. Okay, it's like a snake. 3.5 turns, and the head goes back into the middle. So if you think of it, a snake coiled, 1, 2, 3, head goes back in the middle. That's the way it's described. Through meditation, through childbirth, through it could be anything, right? An experience can take place where this Kundalini rises up your spine, comes through, and messes, will impact your cognition, will impact what you see, will impact what you hear, will impact the way you function. And you will not. And the cases are that many people who, not many people, people without guidance who have such experiences tend to react in ways which may be diagnosed as mentally unstable, right? So it's a very serious part of energetic awakening, very serious part. Collective meditation is the safest way for it to develop, the safest way. Why? Because the collective energy holds it together. It's not bad. In fact, it's a blessing if this opens. It's a blessing. Why is it a blessing? Because it will open you to what your capacity is beyond this physical world, beyond what you think is your body. Yeah. So earlier on, Haley was speaking about her experiences in meditation. And one of the experiences is that there is a moment where you may experience the loss of definition of your body, the loss of definition. So you're no longer contained. There's a much opening kind of space. And in this, we can become slightly disorientated, figure what's happened to me? Where am I? But part of the experience of meditation ultimately is for you to recognize that you are a wave on the ocean of consciousness. That's it. And the only way you're going to realize this is when you realize there's no boundary between the wave and the ocean. Now, this, some people may call this enlightenment, some people call this awakening, but it's a phenomenon that happens to very few people. But those people it does happen to, it's a blessing. Why is it a blessing? Because it allows you to live a life in which you are able to regulate yourself. Intuition works hard, meaning you're not led with the mind, you're led with intuition, and you are more grounded in being here or being anywhere else. More grounded in knowing this life, as one of the experiences is that once you begin to recognize the kind of truth of your inner space, then you realize the untruth of the outer space. Yeah, you don't change within, but everything else changes. That's the truth. If anyone said, what is the truth? The truth, definition of truth, is that which does not change. That which does not change. Anything that changes cannot be the truth, can it? Yeah, circumstantial. So the more you go within yourself, the more you get to that space of stillness, of silence, of peace, of calmness, and it's there regular. You'll realize that's what you are. You realize that's who you are. That's your inner space. That's where what you hold on to. That's what you hold on to. And that's where your roots are. Yeah. And like the lotus, your head goes over the water, and sometimes the water is high, sometimes the water is low. But you're rooted. You're rooted in yourself. So now, as the chaos becomes more visible in many places and amongst many, many areas, whether it's political, this, that, the other, you will find that people become jittery. And the more anxiety is out there, the more you're likely to be impacted. So, important to get a consistent practice, important to ground yourself. Yeah. And important to realize nothing else matters apart from your health and well being. Nothing else. It's not about being selfish, it's about being truthful. Yeah. Okay. So we'll begin with our meditation and then we'll see where we end. Huh? Yes. Yeah, please do. Thank you. So, as usual, we will begin with our um, apologies. There we are. Thank you. Okay, so with any meditation, we will begin with our posture. And all you need to do is simply straighten your back, pull your shoulders in, gently close your eyes, and we begin with just taking a quick scan of where we are within ourselves. So, to help you do this, as you breathe in, bring your focus to yourself. And notice if there's anything within the body that's dominant, like a pain, an ache, a tightness, an itch. Okay. Your intention is simply to be present to what's going on with you. Nothing else matters for the next few minutes. So you're going to imagine a hula hoop above your head. And as this hoop begins to come down, it begins to scan your body. So begin with the head. Allow it to gently scanning your face, allowing your face to relax, and then gently moving down. Okay. Once you've scanned your body, once again on your next breath in, bring your focus to yourself as best as you can. And again, you're going to notice if there's anything that dominant. So this could be a pain, an ache, a tightness, an itch. You're going to bring your focus now towards your eyes, and you're going to notice what you have awareness of. The back of your eyelids, darkness, but bring your focus to your visual awareness. On your next breath out, you're going to bring your focus to all the sounds around you. Begin to listen. Not thinking about the sounds, but just listening. On your next breath in, you're going to bring your focus beneath your nose. And as your breath comes in, you're going to notice if it has an aroma. And next, you're going to bring your focus within your mouth. And you're going to notice if there's a taste. Next breath in, bring your focus now to the seat you're on. And you're going to notice that the seat holds you. Notice there are sensations where the seat makes contact with your body. And from sensations, you're going to bring your focus up towards your hips. And then gently bring this focus down your thighs. Remember, you're looking for sensations. And if there's no pain, no aches, no tightness, that too is a sensation. And then from your knees, you move down towards your ankles, scanning the back of your legs. From your ankles, you move down to your feet. And they're going to bring your focus to the soles of your feet. Next breath in, bring your focus back to the seat you're on. And once again, you're going to notice how well you're supported. Notice that the ground beneath you holds you. Notice your back is straight and upright. And with your next breath in, you begin to notice sensations on your lower back, and then gently bring this focus up towards the middle back. Middle back, you bring up towards your shoulder blades. And when you arrive at your shoulders, see if you can soften them. Allow them to soften. Allow the back of your neck to soften if you can. And then gently taking this focus from your shoulders down to your elbows. From your elbows to your wrists. And then moving on to the palms of your hands. And you're going to hold your focus there as best as you can. Bringing focus to your fingers. And then on your next breath in, you're going to bring your focus towards your eyes. Noticing whatever you have awareness of. Could be darkness, could be colors, could be thoughts, could be the back of your eyelids. Recognizing that you are awareness and you can't switch it off. This unchanging, always switched on. Awareness is your very essence. And then, when you're ready, as you breathe out, allow your eyes to soften. Next breath in, bring your focus towards your lips. You're going to scan the top lip, scan the bottom lip, and then gently move your focus within your mouth. Notice the sensations on the roof of your mouth. Inside cheeks. Notice your tongue. Allow it to soften. Allow your jaw to soften. And then as you breathe out, you allow your face to soften. Next breath in, once again, become aware of your body as best as you can. Noticing anything that's dominant. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose and begin to watch your breath. Allow your breath to breathe by itself. Notice the in-breath moving in, notice the out-breath moving out. Your commitment is to hold your focus beneath your nose as best as you can. Allow your breath to breathe by itself. Next breath in, you're going to bring your focus to your inner space. And by this we mean our thoughts and how we're feeling. Notice if you're feeling drowsy or if you feel alert. Are you able to focus or are you distracted? Next, you're going to bring your focus now to your chest and you begin to the chest moves out as the breath comes in, how as you breathe out, the chest relaxes. Hold your focus at your chest. Notice the subtle changes around your ribs as the breath comes in and the breath goes out. And now move your focus a bit deeper into yourself. Although your awareness is right in the very heart center, deep in your chest, and you're going to hold your focus there as best as you can, waiting. Waiting to notice how you're actually feeling right now, right this minute, right this moment. Do you feel settled? Do you feel peaceful? Do you feel unsettled, agitated? On your next breath out, you're going to open your focus to all the sounds around you and simply begin to listen. Not looking for any sounds, not working them out, but just listening, like a magnet, waiting for the sounds to come to you. When you're ready, gently bring your focus just beneath your nose, and once again we begin to watch the breath. Stay with your breath, allow the breath to breathe by itself. Notice the in breath as it comes in, notice the out breath as it goes out, as best as you can. Notice your in breath has a start and an end, your out breath has a start and an end. And to help you get deeper into this moment, begin to follow your out breath all the way till the end. Notice exactly when it stops. Remaining alert, yet relaxed. Following your out breath all the way till the end. Notice how your breath feels now. Does it feel light or does it feel heavy? Does it feel long or does it feel short? And then, as best as you can, bring your focus to the sound of your breath. Listening to the in breath as it comes in, listening to the out breath as it goes out. Stay with your breath. Notice how subtle the breath has become. On your next breath out, once again, you're going to open your focus to all the sounds around you, including the sound of your breath. Listening. Following the bell into the silence as best as you can. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose, sitting with your breath in silence. Stay with your breath. On your next breath out, gently expand your awareness to include your whole body. Notice how the body feels. Notice if there's any discomfort anywhere. Gently bring your focus to the seat you're on. Notice sensations where your body makes contact. And once again, we bring our focus to our hips, moving down our thighs towards our knees. From our knees, scanning the back and the front of our legs, moving to the ankles, and from our feet, moving to the soles of our feet. Coming back to the seat you're on, notice your back is still straight, upright, shoulders, arms, hands comfortable. Your eyes are still closed, your mouth is still closed, and your face is relaxed. Bringing your focus back to your breath. And now, as you breathe in, you can sense your body, and out, you can sense your body. Breathing in, I am here. Breathing in, breathing out, I am present. Breathing in, you feel peaceful. Breathing out, you feel peaceful. Bring the intention to smile. When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw some slow, deep breaths in, and in your own good time, gently opening your eyes. Take your time.